live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm all that live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live on Streamyard. I'm live. I'm live. Hey, you want to see me golf? Look at me golf. Hey, look at me golf. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, oh, oh, the dog's barking. That should have got me some views. I'm a TikTok master. I told you so. So good morning, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Ought to go viral. I was reading an article, and the guy that wrote this article was talking to a friend of his, and I'm out of breath, right? And the friend of his said, hey, watch this. I guess the friend of his, 11-year-old son, got up from the table and kind of wandered off with his phone. And so one guy told the other guy, said, hey, watch this. And so the kid, the 11-year-old kid, goes over and crawls on the couch. And the one friend tells the other friend, the dad of the son tells the other, the buddy, he said, watch this. He will lay there for an hour, comatose. He will not move other than an occasional right flick of his thumb. He will lay there for an hour staring at that screen. Watching what? Watching TikTok or anything else like TikTok, but primarily TikTok. Video after video after video after video after video after video. It's like an average of 12 videos a minute TikTok watchers watch over and over and over and over again. And what do they watch? Well, maybe a year or two ago, they watched videos like mine that would actually go viral. And now maybe the videos have more substance and more intent and more strategy, especially around commerce. But that's TikTok for you. And so I'm going to share, add to stream. We'll share a couple of slides from this article I read. Can you see that? That's actually before I want to get, let me just start here with revenue. So this is Netflix's revenue. Netflix, right? An institution in entertainment and video watching. Netflix versus ByteDance, which owns TikTok. Look at the revenue differences. Look at what TikTok has done in the last 2 years. Outpaced Netflix in revenue by double just in 2021. That's TikTok. Now, I know a lot of you know about TikTok, and probably some of you are very engaged in TikTok and watch TikTok videos or produce TikTok videos. You know more about TikTok than I do from perhaps a user experience, but I'm going to shed some light for you on what TikTok is doing to society and the impact that it has on you and me over time. So that's just one slide. Here's another one, right? So this is a comparison to the content creators, the number of content creators, the talent pool in all of the TV and film industry, all of entertainment compared to TikTok creators. That's how many people create content in TikTok versus the entire rest of the entertainment industry. Now get this. So you got, any of you that have invested in Netflix have seen the value of Netflix go from something like, I don't know, 250 billion down to 80 billion just in the last year. I mean, the stock is completely tanked without any notice, because during COVID, what were people doing? They were like binging on Netflix, right? Netflix after Netflix after Netflix. But what's the problem with Netflix? What's the challenge? Well, look at Netflix's budget for content creation. $17 billion to create these series and these movies for us to binge watch at whatever, $30 a month or whatever we're paying them. $17 billion. It's a pretty tough business model when, look at TikTok's content budget, 200 million compared to 17 billion. TikTok is killing Netflix. Look at this graphic. This is the star power earning. And I just want you to pay attention to two people, Dixie D'Amelio and Charlie D'Amelio. I don't know if they're brothers and sisters and husbands and wife. Between the two of them, they earn almost $30 million a year. They earn more than the average CEO of a Fortune 100 company, more than Keanu Reeves or Tom Cruise. TikTok content creators. They do dances like I did, only better, right? But here's one of the most important slides. This is how TikTok and all of social media has changed and will continue to change society. So on the left, Netflix. This is how many minutes people watch Netflix. 9.6 trillion minutes. That's a lot of TV watching, right? Now, I'm not against watching TV. Kimmy and I binge all kinds of shows. That's how we like to go to sleep at night. And I know we should read an inspirational book or read our visions, but instead we watch Ozark, right? But look at TikTok minutes, 22.6 trillion. It's, 2.5 times Netflix. That's how many people how much time people are watching TikTok. So if you want to read this article, I'll send it to you. But I just wanted to see a couple of those graphs. Why? Because for a lot of us, I know a lot of you out there know about TikTok, you've been involved in TikTok, but did you know how dominant TikTok is in American society? Did you know how dominant it is in the lives of a 10-year-old, of an 8-year-old, of any year-old that has a mobile device in their hand? Did you know how much TikTok is influencing their brain development, which doesn't even mature to the age of 25? Did you know how much TikTok is influencing politics and social norms? It's mind-blowing. It is more dominant, more influential than religion or our educational system. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, more influential. Why? Because kids during the developmental years are staring at their phones for hours and hours and hours and hours. I've seen it happen in our household, laying on the couch, staring at the phone for endless hours. All of that influence goes in, right? And then you got all these algorithms, right? And one of the most interesting things I read about this article is there's this metadata. I'll get all the terms wrong, but it's like metadata. It's like I think they called them signals, okay? And so when you're like trolling Google and you happen to type into Google, oh, I'm looking for outdoor patio, right? That's a signal. Google now knows that you're interested in outdoor patio furniture. If you're on YouTube and you watch a YouTube video about, let's say, a particular golfer, Arnold Palmer golfing, that's a signal that you like Arnold Palmer golfing, right? That's one signal. And those signals go into metadata, which then is in the algorithm, which changes what these platforms show you to look at. And it's all based around confirmation bias. What is confirmation bias? Whatever we're leaning into, whatever we like, whatever we believe, social media platforms are designed to feed us more of that so that our preferences turn into beliefs, turn into deep convictions, turn into passions, turn into atomacy, such that we're dug in. Why? Because we know it's true. Why? Because we've just been bombarded by these social media platforms. Forget about Fox News and CNN. They don't even compare to the signal. How many signals does TikTok produce for confirmation bias? Well, the average video is only 25 seconds long. right? So every time you like a video, every time you swipe a video, every time you stop a video, that's another signal. TikTok users produce 10 to 20 times more signals for confirmation bias than any other media source because of the short nature of the videos and one right after the other, and they're force fed, right? TikTok videos are force fed. Once you go on, you're not like searching YouTube, they just keep sending them to you, one confirmation video after another. And why is all of this important, and how do we use it to make money? Right, that's what everybody wants to know, is how do I become an influencer to make money? Well, this is how you do it. Get a TikTok account and sign on, and I'm sure there's a button somewhere that says produce content, record now, and then for 25 seconds just do this, and somebody's going to like it, right? Some 10-year-old who thinks that's stupid and cool, and they'll watch it. And I don't know, if you watch enough of those, maybe by the time you're 25 years old, this is how you walk around Earth. I don't know. So how do you make money with it? Well, you could jump on the bandwagon like everybody else. I have a TikTok account. I don't know if I do anything with it. I don't know how to use it. It's like I have an Instagram account. I don't know how to use that either, but I'm sure people that work for me post stuff on both of them. Social media is a viable commerce platform. It's also extremely dangerous in the development of our country. Here's some other interesting information. If you just go back to the 1960s, the number one polarizing thing in the 1960s was white versus black. That was the number one polarizing thing, white versus black. Soon after that, it was Protestant versus sides in our country, white versus black, Protestant versus Catholic. And if you were to ask somebody even 10 or 15 years ago, if you were to ask, for example, a liberal, how do you feel about your daughter marrying a conservative? If you're a Democrat, how do you feel about your daughter marrying a Republican? It's like, no, yeah, fine, right? No issue, no problem at all. But, how do you feel about your daughter marrying a black man? That's a big problem. How do you feel about your Protestant daughter marrying a Catholic? Big, big problem. But politics, no problem at all. Today is totally different, right? Protestants don't tend to care whether their daughters marry Catholics or vice versa, and interracial marriages are actually accepted as the norm by 9 out of 10 people in America. But a Democrat marrying a Republican or a Republican marrying a Democrat? Oh, no, 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 no. Those are fighting words. Those are Hatfield and McCoy kind of stuff. Like, we're going to get down on it if that's going to happen. This is where our country has come to, folks, because of confirmation bias. Because if you have an idea, if you have a preference, whether it's about abortion, or it's about immigration, or it's about the economy, or it's about the environment, you have an inkling, you have a preference, you have kind of an idea, a leaning about something. And then in social media, what happens in that leaning? The algorithms just force feed you more information to solidify your opinion. They're doing this to us. They are taking critical thinking, open-minded people who used to be generally moderate, meaning, I can understand your point of view. Can you understand my point of view? Can we work together, since we all live in the same country? We drink the same water. We breathe the same air. We grow our food out of the same soil. National defense protects all of us. Can we come together and protect our nation as one people because we have some sense of moderation? Not anymore. Not anymore. There's a great cliche: you can either be right or you can be successful. And in the case of the United States of America, you can either be right or you can have a continuing republic or democracy or whatever you want to call it. But you can't have both, not in this polarized state that we're in. Now, what do you and I do about that? Well, be the change you want to see in the world, right? So maybe most of you, not all of you, but most of you that watch me, you're in the people business, right? Your success relies on the people that you influence, the people that you attract. And of course, if you're one of those polarized figures where everybody else is wrong and you don't have any interest in listening to them or learning from them or understanding their point of view and having some respect and admiration, you don't have to agree, but some respect and admiration for how they came to believe that, how that impacts their life, how it impacts their parents' lives, how they see it impacting their children's lives. If we don't have some mutual respect and understanding for that, we can't come together. And if you, as a people person, business person, don't embrace some moderation in how you build your business, well, guess what you end up doing? This is a simple analogy, right? If you're in network marketing, for sure, check this one out. You know how four who get four goes? Well, that would be 4, 16, 64, 256, 1,024, right? That's kind of a magic number in network marketing, right? You get to like 1,400 active people on your team, folks. You're making 10 grand a month, probably working an hour a day at most, 10 grand a month. But if you're a polarizing figure in the people business, if you're like my way or the highway, well, guess what you did? You're not doing 4 who get 4 who get 4. You're doing 2 who get 2 who get 2, which is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, maybe 128, where the moderates got 1,300. You're making $200 a month and somebody else is making 10 grand. But that's just, rhetoric, just something to think about. Here's something else to think about. This wave in America is not going to slow up soon. All you have to do is pay attention to what's going on right now in the midterms and what's going to go on in 2024. This political divide in our country is going to accelerate massively, from the Supreme Court's actions to congressional districts to the Senate to the President of the United States. This is going to accelerate, and weird things are going to happen, like things that have never happened before in our lifetime. And it's going to sneak up on us, just like TikTok sneaked up on a lot of us, right? Oh yeah, we've heard about TikTok. Yeah, no problem, TikTok. Yeah, just this social media thing. Actually, probably the number one influence on the development of our kids and future society than anything else in the history of mankind. TikTok. TikTok. Things are going to get crazy. So how do you protect you and your family in crazy? Well, you could run for office. That's crazy. But you could, right? Somebody has to. And we can either let those people do it or some of us could do it. I'm not going to do it, but you could, right? I don't know. There's another way, maybe a simpler way, a way that you have more control over you and your family. And that is to build a wall, a fortress of financial independence and financial security around you and your family. Build a wall. Look at all the rhetoric going on right now about the economy and inflation. And, you get all these people on TV. Oh, how do you feel about the economy? Oh my gosh, I'm having to drive less in my car than I used to have to drive, right? I used to be able to run my kids to everything, but now I have to be more conscious about where I run my kids, or I have to actually pay attention in the grocery store now because food is so expensive. Europeans have been paying $6 a gallon for gas for 25 years, right? And what did they do about it? They built and bought smaller cars, not 30-foot long SUVs, right? Like Americans, right? We are spoiled, folks. So you can be one of those victims on TV who is whining about inflation and the price of gas and the price of groceries, and they're a victim, and then they're going to vote for whoever's going to fix that for them because this is just intolerable. I can't afford this. Or you could be one of those people in our tribe who, instead of being a victim, takes responsibility. Okay, the price of gas goes up. What could you and I do about it besides whine and vote for a president who actually has nothing to do with the price of gas? You might want to check with the oil companies on the price of gas. Oh, there's a war going on. I think we can raise the prices. Right? Everybody says, oh, the price of gas in the United States is because the Russia-Ukraine. We only import 5% of our oil from Russia. Has the price of gas gone up more than 5%? I think so. We're being hoodwinked, folks, and it's not by the President of the United States, the Congress, or the Senate. It's by the CEOs and the shareholders of the oil companies. So you might want to check your stock portfolio. Do you own any stock in any oil company? How about a food company? We're all complicit, folks. So here's what you can do it. Make more money, right? You don't like the price of gas? Buy a smaller car. I don't know. Buy an electric car. They go 500 miles on a charge now. How about adapt? How about improvise? How about overcome? Or you could just whine and be a victim and vote from victimhood. Really, has for the average family the price of everything gone up more than a couple $100 a month? Probably not. So what could people do about inflation? I don't know. Maybe go get a little side hustle and make some money. Make $200 a month, make $500 a month. How about create an asset income of $1,000 or $2,000 a month? So over the next 20 years, you become financially independent. So whatever crazy goes on in the world, you at least have a wall of financial independence built around you and your family. At least that. We become, with financial independence, folks, we become independent. We become independent thinkers, not so much influenced. The victim mentality that they've done it for me, fix me, help me, you change it. It's the economy, stupid. So you need to, I'm owed a job. I'm owed daycare. I'm owed everything, right? Okay, you could vote that way. But where's that lead us? How about some independence? And when you have some financial independence, you tend to make smarter decisions. Now, don't hear my rant like I'm not in favor of helping people and taking care of. I am. I'm a moderate, which keeps me from dying young from angst because nobody agrees with me. But the course of action, folks, for all of us is empathy, understanding, empathy, respect for all viewpoints, and financial independence. That's how you get up on top of the power curve. And it doesn't really matter what the government does because you got your own government surrounding your family. You got your own financial independence. You have your own ability to make the decisions that are in the best interest of you and your family because you got wealth. And I'm not talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't know about my audience here, but if you go out and look at the broader audience, at least in North America, how would an extra $1,000 a month coming in from a totally separate source of income, like inheritance every month or the lottery every month, how would that $1,000 a month change everything for families? Change it all. Change how they educated their kids, change how they took vacations, change maybe what kind of job they had, certainly would change their investments and their financial future. Just $1,000 a month. And the cool thing about $1,000 a month, you figure out how to do that. Now you know how to make two. It's not about making $100,000 a month. Nobody needs that. I'm not against it. That's what you want. Go for it, right? But the problem is not enough people making $100,000 a month. The problem is not enough people making $1,000 a month. So Guess what industry did that for me and for a lot of you? The network marketing profession, the much scorned pyramid scheme profession. Did it for a lot of us. And I know a lot of you out there are in it, you're dabbling in it, you want it to work for you, but you haven't gone all in. You haven't shoved your chips in the middle of the table and declared to you and your network, this is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it. And I invite you to just take a look. It's just that bold move right there. That number one move right there will change your financial fortunes more than anything else. Whether you're doing network marketing or whatever you're doing, go all in. Go all in on you and your family. And that's how you make waves. That's how you get people's attention. And that's what I have to say on TikTok this morning. So I trust I didn't disappoint. If you thought it had value, share it. If you're watching the replay, press 1. That way when I look at the comments, I know who is watching the replay. Thank you, Jay Smith. Oh, actually, Dave Thompson shared. I'll see you next Saturday.